Hello, you joined me in a jungle on a tropical island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. And I'm just trying to find a place to film my top 10 summer fragrances. I've been looking for a long time. I think maybe over here. This looks good. Yeah, this will do nicely. Take a look. So you know me, I'd like to try and find a nice location to do my seasonal lists. The first fragrance is new to me. It's a brand new limited edition summer flanker from CK. It's CK1 Summer Daze. I just had to put this in the list. I love this. It's so juicy and refreshing and invigorating. You've got all the juicy citrus in this. I get a bit of everything. I get a bit of lemon, a bit of mango, a bit of mandarin, a bit of orange, and then you get a little bit of that CK1 DNA underneath it. There is a downside to this, and that is it delivers 90% of its payload in the first 1 to 2 hours, and then performance just tanks. But that first hour is so delightful, it's so refreshing and so summery. It literally does send me into a summer day. So yeah, good name, Calvin Klein. I'm prepared to forgive awful performance because the opening is so nice. Works really well as a casual daytime summer scent. This was £46 when I bought it. Don't pay that price because it's now come down already. It seems to have been discounted to around about half price. So for 20 something pounds, I would say if you're looking for a really nice summer daytime wear, CK1 Summer Daze hits the spot for me. Here in Mauritius, the language that most people speak is French. So this fragrance really fits in because it's from a French house called Cabanel, and this one is Voila. This is one of those second skin fragrances, one of those fragrances that you want to wear when you don't want to smell too flamboyantly fragrant. It smells a little bit soapy, it's clean, and somehow it just seems to mimic your body's natural chemistry, pheromones, something like that. I don't know what it does, but it just seems to have this second skin-like effect, and I really love it. I would say this is a perfect summer daytime scent, again, because it's quite fresh and clean. But you know what? I love this so much that I just can't help but want some of those sexy French musks on my skin in the evening as well. So really versatile summer scent, daytime, evening. It's classy, it's French, it's cheaper than a lot of designer fragrances. So if you've not looked into Cabanel yet, do, especially this range, because I think it's very affordable. And I think they also do free shipping to the UK. So this is Voila from Cabanel. Love this, but I'm not loving that cloud that's come over. I'm on holiday, what's going on? Wouldn't you know it? The sunshine's gone, it's clouded over, but we're in a tropical climate here, so this is happening all the time. We get torrential downpours a lot of the time because this is the rainy season on Mauritius. So the sun's in and out, hopefully it'll come back out. But we're gonna carry on because this is the only chance I've got to shoot this video. The next fragrance, this is another limited edition summer flanker, this time from Davidoff, and it's the new version of Cool Water. This is Cool Water Grapefruit and Sage. When I first saw this was released, I thought, oh, the grapefruit and sage, so maybe it'll have a nice tart, bitter grapefruit and really nice herbal accord coming from the sage. I thought it might have a nice crisp bitterness combined with a little bit of that Cool Water DNA. Well, it doesn't really have any of that, but it is still really nice. This has more in common with the most recent Cool Water Parfum release, so it's got that sweet, clean, powdery quality. But the fruit in this, rather than being tart and bitter, it's a really nice, rounded, very well balanced. In fact, it's a very well balanced fragrance altogether. So the grapefruit, it's not too tart, it's not too bitter, it's there, but it's just got this really nice rounded fruitiness. Some nice herbal accords, but not too much. So the grapefruit and the sage definitely doesn't dominate the fragrance, which you would think it might be since that's what it's called. It's a really nice summer release from Davidoff. It's not the biggest projecting fragrance. I'd say it's relatively subtle, although it does project. I wore it to have my hair cut and my hairdresser complimented me on it. She said it was really nice. She doesn't always mention the fragrance that I'm wearing, but this time she did. She really liked it. Spray enough on, it's going to project. I've really been enjoying this. Not what I thought it was going to be, but I am very pleasantly surprised. Grapefruit and sage, cool water. Give it a try. The next one is from one of my favourite indie niche houses, and it's Gallivant. This is their latest release, Naples. I love fragrances that manage to have this refreshing, invigorating freshness, but also contrast that with some heavier, darker notes. I just love that balance. I love that contrast. And Naples does that because you get this airy, marine-like oceanic quality, perfect for a place like this, and then you get some zesty lemon and some zingy ginger, so it's got all the refreshing qualities that you'd want for a summer fragrance, but then it's got some ambery depth, a touch of incense, so it's got the refreshing, invigorating qualities, but because of the slightly heavier notes, it's an assertive little fella. So I think Naples from Gallivant will definitely get you a little bit of attention if you wear this in the summer. Bellissimo. Oh man, it just rained on me. What's going on? Tropics. Should have just gone to Spain. Okay, the next one I'm talking about is another limited edition summer flanker. This time it's from Issey Miyake. This is L'Eau de Parfum, the summer 2022 edition. I've not smelled that many Issey Miyake fragrances. I have Noir Ambre. I've not tried any of the other summer releases, but I love the notes in this. It's got some pine, some fir resin. I love the fact that it's got some fresh aromatic greenness. It's like a sun-kissed Mediterranean island that's covered in pine trees. So yeah, really loving this one. Again, not massive performance, but spray it on during the daytime in the summer and it does the job for me. I've been really enjoying this one. I think it's a good release from Issey Miyake. So for the price you pay for this, it's silly cheap. I'd definitely recommend it for summer. All right, 5 down, 5 more to go. And this next one, I am so pleased I brought this with me because when I think of this fragrance, the imagery that I had in my mind was this, exactly this, somewhere warm and hot and humid and sometimes sunny, but exotic and tropical. I'm talking about Curacao Bay from Jacques Fath. This is a fragrance from master perfumer Cécile Zarokian. This has a salty, marine vibe. It's got some tropical fruitiness. There's some coconut in here. It projects massively for a fresher summer fragrance. This has big performance. Strange thing has happened since I've been here. I thought all these summer fresh fragrances would just be perfect in this sort of environment, and you know, they pretty much have been, but I found because it's so humid here that a lot of the fragrances haven't lasted and haven't projected as much as I wanted them to. It's weird, I never thought that would happen, but that's the experience that I'm having. So this one, because it's so strong, this has probably been about the best of the bunch in terms of performance of all these fragrances. So if you want something that projects, something that is versatile but works really well in the summer, something that gives you those salty oceanic vibes with a nice bit of exotic fruitiness, then Cécile Zarokian has given us an absolute gem with Curacao Bay. Oh, the sun is back. Quick, let's get the shades on. I really wanted to continue this theme I've got of these summer flankers, and I really wanted to include the brand new Acqua Parfum because it's really nice. It's refreshing, it's citrusy, it works really well in the summer. I could easily have brought that fragrance, but I don't like it quite as much as Acqua Profumo because it has that freshness, it has the invigorating quality, but it's got more nuance to it, it's got more complexity, it smells a little more grown up, it's longer lasting, it projects more, but also because I'm here on a holiday, I wanted some fragrances that would work really well in the evenings, and for me, this is pretty much the quintessential summer evening fresher fragrance. You get salty marine vibes, there's a little bit of greenness in there, you get the citruses, and then that's all balanced really nicely with an incense note, which just adds this mysterious quality which I love. One of my favorite fragrances, brilliant for the summer. Sorry, Acqua de Joe Parfum, I love you, but I love Profumo more. So let me tell you a little tale. I should have been coming to Mauritius 2-3 years ago, I can't remember now. As we all know, the pandemic got in the way and it delayed everything, so this holiday got postponed. But I'm kind of glad it did, because I wouldn't have been able to bring this fragrance because I didn't have it when we were originally supposed to come. From Memoirs of a Perfume Collector, that's the brand, Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. This is Tales from Zanzibar. This is one of those creamy, exotic fragrances. I've literally just taken off the lid and I'm getting it. And what I'm getting is something that has a base similar to Baccarat Rouge 540. So it's got that creamy cotton candy quality to it, but layered on top of that, it's got these fruity notes like guava that give it this really fruity, exotic feel. So fruity, exotic on top of something similar to Baccarat Rouge 540, and what you have is Tales from Zanzibar. I sell this on my website, Luxe Parfum. We currently only ship to the UK. Sorry if you want this and you're not in the UK, but this is selling really well. I think it must be one of our best sellers so far this year. If you wanted to pick this one up, of course, you can go to my website. I will leave the link in the description below. If you've not tried Tales from Zanzibar and you want a summer fragrance that performs really well, that is probably going to get noticed, probably going to get compliments, but most importantly, it's going to hit the spot for you, try this one. It's a good one. Okay, we're almost there, a couple more to go. Sun's still out. I wonder if we can finish this video in the sunshine. Let's see. Right, the next fragrance is another one that I wanted to bring for the evening. I wanted a nice, fresh, invigorating fragrance that also had the weight and the power to work in the evening. Sounded like Jeremy Fragrance then. I chose to bring Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Any of the Bleu de Chanels would work, but I think if you want to go that extra distance for an evening fragrance, if you want that gravitas and that power, then Bleu de Chanel Parfum I think is the one to go for. As a summer evening fragrance, this one to me is pretty much flawless. We're on to the last fragrance, and by the way, this list is in no particular order. They're just 10 summer fragrances that I brought with me and that I really enjoy and would like to recommend to you. This last fragrance though is the only one on the list I bought specifically for this holiday. It's a fragrance from Creed that I'm well aware of. I know what it smells like, but I've only ever had samples in the past, so I've not worn it a whole lot, even though I really enjoy it. But I wanted to buy it because I wanted to create scent memories with this holiday. I just thought this scent would be perfect for this location. I've just bought Virgin Island water and I've already worn quite a lot of this. I've been trying to wear this pretty much every day at some point. More often than not, it's been a daytime fragrance here, but I have worn it in the evenings as well. And yeah, it's not the longest lasting fragrance. It sort of fizzles away after a couple of hours, but I just keep going back to the room and respraying. So I'm pretty much walking around here smelling like a juicy lime with a bit of coconut, some white rum, some musks. I love it. I love smelling like that because it's just so perfect. This is like the sort of cocktail, a rum cocktail that you would have in a place like this. If you don't mind spending silly money on fragrances, then Virgin Island water is about as perfect as a summer fragrance gets. But let's just put this into perspective. This fragrance that I mentioned from Issey Miyake, 125ml for £23. I paid 150 for 50ml of this, and that was at our discounters. If you buy this from Creed, you're gonna pay a lot more than that. So, you know what? It's hard for me to recommend this based on the price, but for me, specifically because I was coming to this destination, I've got a bit of a Creed collection going on and I fancied adding this, and I thought this would be a really nice scent to create that scent memory for this specific vacation. I went for it, okay? I did it. Stupid, but I'm loving it. That's it, we've done it. We've finished the video in the sun. We've got through all 10 summer fragrances. You know what? I would love to know, where are you going on your summer holiday, on your summer vacation this year? Let me know where you're going. Is it somewhere nice? Is it somewhere hot? Which fragrances are you going to take with you? And what do you think about the fragrances I've mentioned in this video? If you've tried them out, let me know. I would love to hear whether you think these are worthy to be in my suitcase for coming on a summer holiday. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want more stunning locations like this. And if you do all that, I will see you in the next one. I can't guarantee it's going to be a location as exotic as this, but I'll do my best. Thanks for watching. Bye.